Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited that you're here. This is one of those foundational things that it's like we assume everybody knows, like the order of ranks, because we might know it as leaders. But truth be told, most people are just figuring out how to go silver. They don't even understand what gold means, senior gold, any of that stuff. And for us setting goals, it's important for us to have healthy expectations and understand what in the world we do to reach these ranks, how many people that means, what do the bonuses mean, and why it's so exciting that our company is so different because we are set up for residual income. It's not about parties and volumes of sales and trying to garner one-time customers here, one-time customers here. Like, we get to build a team of happy people, check on them. Yes, attrition and retention is still a thing, but it's so different because you can actually have talking about, oh, I didn't have a party this month, so I didn't get a paycheck. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is so vastly different from other companies. And so I want you to just understand that when we're looking at these ranks, this is like getting a new job. This is like a raise, like bigger raises than most companies ever give anyone by reaching these ranks. And it's all on your own time, and it's all on your schedule. And you can do it in the nooks and crannies, or you can treat this like a full-time job. It's up to us how quickly we get there, but nobody is capping us on how fast we can do any of this. We've seen people go diamond in 8 months, go emerald in 5 months, or like me, it took me 18 months to go emerald. And for some of you, it could look different, but that's the beauty of it too, is that it's God's timing and how we're able to work this in the seasons that we have. So first things we want to cover, for those who, I know most of us on here probably know this verbiage, but for those of our new teammates that might be watching this afterwards, we're going to go over just real quick some verbiage that you will hear on these next slides when we're talking about the ranks. First thing is points. Okay, so when people sign up as an ambassador on your team, your levels 1 through 3, which means, this is my face, people that I sign personally are going to be counting for 5 points each. So Wanda over here signed up, has her 100 PV. She is a qualified ambassador with 100 PV. Then she is worth 5 points to me that month. So is Susie over here, and so is Hannah. I like that name. So as a silver ambassador, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be looking at these points. So your levels 1 through 3, so the people you sign, the people they sign, and then the people that those people sign, are all worth 5 points. And so when we get further into the ranks, like Ruby and on, we're going to see that I'm going to have a plus sign on some stuff, because it's really nice to be able to add up those times 5s because the 5 points work out nicely. But as your team grows, you're going to have more than level 3s. Another wonderful part about our comp plan is that you get paid on levels 1 through 7, depending on the rank that you are. And so 7 levels down, it goes from 5 points, 5 points, 5 points in your levels 1 through 3. And it dwindles then down to our level 7s are worth 1 point. So it does become a mixture later down the road. But we've got compensation plan videos and more about pay points on our pages and on YouTube. But for now, that's kind of the basics of what we're talking about when we say you need this many points to be this rank. Qualified ambassador, again, basically what that means is that in the given month, someone has 100 PV, whether it comes from their own personal orders or a customer's orders. They are qualified once they hit 100 PV. And now our company is so gracious that when someone is brand new and purchases a $199 welcome pack, not only do you still get a $25 business building bonus, but that person is also qualified that month. So they are able to count towards your points, which means they count towards helping you rank as well. So we'll talk about that too. If those are just kind of the basics right here. Business building bonuses are $25 that you get for every welcome pack that's signed, and then we'll talk about the one-time bonuses later. But I think that should cover it as far as the verbiage, the Plexus lingo, if you will, as we go through this. So let's get going. The rank up roadmap. Obviously, if you log into your virtual office and go on the left-hand side under resources and training center, there is an actual rank up roadmap that will tell you like how to go silver with a ton of great helpful videos, how to go gold with a ton of great helpful videos. Like, that is magical, and I definitely encourage you to plug into that if you are a person who learns by video and by seeing things and being able to track things like that. That is in your back office. But tonight we're just going to do a quick overview, and I want to share with you some things that I have been working on today. Let's see if it'll share. Yes. Okay. Can everybody see that? All right, this is also in your back office under resources. This is our income disclosure statement. Obviously, this is from 2016. I think we'll have an updated one coming out soon. But basically, we don't guarantee anybody's income, right? This is based on your merit, your work ethic, your skills that are either inherent to you or that you develop along the way. But this is what is possible. This is the average. So this isn't even like you could do this. This is the average of what people are doing. Some people are far exceeding this, and some people are not working this business at all. So this, again, these are averages, and we are not making guarantees or claims about this income, but showing you what's possible when you're willing to work hard and with an incredible compensation plan like we have, the best in the business, what is truly possible. So when someone joins, they are considered an ambassador. If they've got their 100 PV, even if no one ever joins them, they are called an ambassador. Let's say they have 2 people join them. They're not silver yet, but they are then called a senior ambassador. That is, there's no bonuses associated with that, but that is rank, that is meeting the rank. And so the first paid bonus, though, that is super exciting, is your silver bonus. I'm going to get rid of this little guy on the side, maybe. Let's see if that helps. Okay, our silver bonus. Okay, so our silver ambassadors have 3 people underneath them. They have wholesale people. So they have joined with either a $99 welcome pack or a $199 welcome pack. And as you see, this says you have 3 qualified or new ambassadors. While we would love for everyone to go silver their first month and have like 3 brand new people with welcome packs, sometimes that doesn't happen. And so it can be a mixture of people who have joined you previously that are still ordering and have that 100 PV, and new ambassadors. And silver is actually the only one that is not ranked on based by points, but by that qualified ambassador status or a new welcome pack. So any month that you have a mixture of or one or the other qualified or new ambassadors, and you have 3 of them underneath you at the same time, you will rank silver. You will get a $100 one-time bonus, and you will be in the top 8.96 of the company. So those of you who are like, oh, I'm just a silver ambassador, like that's not a thing. You are still on the top 8% of this company. That's amazing, and you should be proud of yourself. I put this right here because even if you only kept those 3 people, right? $100 bonus is great. You're getting $25 for each of those people, so another $75 in business building bonuses. But if those 3 people stuck with you and ordered every month and you never did anything else, you would still be making about $45 every month in residual income, or about $15 per each person that did stick with you and stay qualified in that month. So y'all, that's huge. That's money off your products. That's like getting a 25% discount off your 25% discount every single month. So that's a big deal. That's a huge deal for a lot of people that we want to help be sustainable on these products. Average monthly income for a silver ambassador, and we're looking at a range here. Remember what an average is. We go back to math days. An average is someone who just turned silver, and they're looking at people who are silver and almost gold. So when you first turn silver, you're probably not going to see this number, but in between silver and gold, the average monthly income for a silver ambassador is $422 a month. And now I want you to think about the average person. Think about you who are watching. What could that money do for your family? Yes, it could help pay for your products, but it could also help pay for bills. It could help pay for Christmas. It could help pay for so much. And statistics say that an extra $500 a month can save most marriages. And y'all, we can do that for people in our first rank. That's a big deal and super exciting. And so, of course, the average yearly that adds up to, that's an extra $5,000 a year for your household. So awesome. So that is our first rank. That is silver. Now, going right along, let's see, how do I get out of here onto, oh, the wheel of death. There it is, gold. So your next rank is gold. Super exciting. It's about 20 people. Remembering, if those first 3 tiers on your team are worth 5 points each, then 20 of those would equal up to 100 points. So gold, you rank gold when you have 100 points, which is roughly 20 people qualified on your team, or they could be new that month if they purchase their $199 welcome pack and they're counting for points. Okay, so that's kind of how you're going to rank gold within the month. When you're a gold ambassador, you are the top 5.12% of the company. Y'all, that's awesome. That is something to be proud of. Not only do you have a $250 one-time bonus, but again, over the course of the time it's taken you to go gold, you've also gotten at least 20 or more business building bonuses of those $25 every time someone has joined your team. And your average monthly as a gold ambassador, again, between first ranking gold and someone who's almost senior gold, but not yet, the average of those people is $1,031. So $1,000 and $31 a month. That's a humongous deal. Like, talk about changing things. That's most people's mortgage, right? I mean, raise your hand if that could almost cover your mortgage. Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a lot of weight off of shoulders. That brings a lot of freedom to your house. And this is our second paid rank in Plexus. Average yearly for that is $12,378. That's a great part-time actual hourly job salary. So when you see people that are looking for seasonal work, or they're looking for another preschool teacher job or something like that, that's about what you're going to make at most of those jobs. And this is something that they could do on the side at home, staying with their babies. It's just an incredible way to make extra money. And again, this is only our second rank. So at senior gold, you now are going to 250 pay points. Okay, so we've gone silver, gold, now we're senior gold. You are less than 1% of the company. Okay, 0.75% of the company is senior gold and above. So this is a roughly, again, 50 people on your team in your organization that you have signed personally, and that those people have then signed as well. 50 if it's all in your top 3 that are either qualified or new that month with a $199 welcome pack. And of course, if you've got lower levels, it might be a little bit more than 50 because they would be counting for less points. A senior gold ambassador gets a $350 one-time bonus, but look at these averages for the monthly and the yearlies, okay? Average monthly rank is $1,938. It's almost $2,000 a month, and the average yearly is $23,264. So that on average. So about $23,000 a year. Again, that's a great part-time salary, like a really good part-time job, right? And doing it on your own time. I know I keep saying that, but that's a big deal. You can still stay home with your kids, and if you work this like a business, this is something that's completely tangible to you. I went silver in just over like 30 to 40 days of starting. I was able to go gold 3 months later, and I was able to go senior gold 2 months after that. Like, if you work this business consistently and really dig in and reach out and take care of people, then this is 100% tangible within the first 6 months of your business. Some people do this in 2 months. They go fast start gold and then senior gold right after. It's all up to us on the work we're willing to put in and how we're willing to take care of this and treat this like a business, because this is real money. And again, this is residual income. This is money that you will be making every month that you're keeping these points. And that doesn't have to be a ton of new people. It's keeping people happy and making sure that they are continuing to be qualified and with their 100 PV order and loving their products and seeing great results. Next rank is Ruby. This is the first rank where you are considered a Plexus gem, G-E-M, a gem. So Ruby is wonderful. It's 500 pay points. And so that's roughly 100 people. If you're looking at only levels 1 through 3, that's 100 people qualified or new with a $199 welcome pack that month. If you've got more than levels 1 through 3, if you're farther down than that already, then it will be more than 100 people because you've got those lower levels. A Ruby ambassador is 0.26% of the company. So you are in the top 0.26 of the company once you reach Ruby. That's exciting, y'all. Once you're a Plexus gem, like, you are seriously in the upper echelon of our company. It's a $500 one-time bonus. The average monthly income for a Ruby ambassador, someone who just ranked Ruby and someone who is not quite yet senior Ruby, but in between there, the average of those people is $2,900. $2,930 is what it says on our income disclosure. That is a great salary. That's like a real job, full-time salary, like hourly somewhere, desk job that you could have. A lot of teachers, I think, make this kind of salary. The average yearly then for a Ruby ambassador is $35,161. That's for sure a full-time income at Ruby. Now, of course, remember this is pre-tax, so you would want to take that into account. But working from home, we could do a whole nother video on all of the tax benefits that it does to have a home-based business and what you're writing off. So it's really not that big of a deal, and it doesn't take that much out. But yes, Ruby Ambassador is huge, y'all. If you don't aspire to be a diamond, that's fine. If you don't aspire to go to Hawaii and be an emerald, that's fine. But like, Ruby is a life-changing second full-time income for your household. Like, at least shoot for that, right? Like, at least go there. Why not? That is on the table. Let me make sure. Let me open the chat really quick. Oh, I don't know where it is. Oh, well. If someone has a question, just unmute yourself and we can answer it while you're there. Anybody? Next then is Senior Ruby, the second rank that is a Plexus gem. And at Senior Ruby, you are in the top 0.24% of the company. So a Senior Ruby Ambassador is 750 pay points, which is roughly 150 people qualified or new with 199 welcome pack. Again, at this point, you're going to have lower levels. Like, you're going to be deeper than your levels 1 through 3 most likely. So you're going to see that number 150 is probably going to grow a bit as you have level 4s, 5s, and 6s. It comes with a $750 one-time bonus. The average monthly for a Senior Ruby Ambassador is $4,000, $303 a month. I know I keep saying that's a big deal, but y'all, can you say life-changing? That's like a real good job. That's like a job that most people go to college for and then don't get in because there's too many applicants on their resume. Do you know what I mean? Like, too many people are trying to fill these job spots and they don't get them. So many of my college friends are unemployed right now. And I'm like, I'm hiring all the time. But yes, Senior Ruby Ambassador, $4,000 a month. That's huge. Average yearly for that, then that's a $50,000 a year job, right? At Senior Ruby. That is completely doable within your first 2 years. That's completely doable. If you're willing to put pedal to the metal, you can do that in a year. That's fine. Does anyone have any questions about Senior Ruby? Because it's about to get real, y'all. We're going up to the jewels. Anybody? Questions? All right, so this is where it gets really fun. This is all life-changing. This is like legit job where you are a business owner from home and you are making life-changing income, changing lives. You've got people underneath you working this business with you. And then this is what gets to happen next, which is so fun. You get to rank Emerald when you double your business. At Senior Ruby, you've got 750 points. And when you hit 1,500 points, you will get to celebrate your socks off because you have won your first free trip to Maui and earned yourself a Plexus Lexus. And now they have done, if you want to take 70% of that $600 stipend, instead of putting it toward a Lexus, you can take 70% of that in cash to use as a lifestyle bonus. So that could be going toward a car of your choice or a family vacation or paying off debt. I mean, like, whatever, it's cash. So 70% of that stipend, if you don't want to get the Lexus. Previously, and in most companies, like, if you don't get the car, you don't get the money. Like, that is its own thing. It's a program for the vehicle, right? But Plexus this year has changed that to where maybe a Lexus doesn't fit your family. We have a lot of big families in Plexus. Like, we're talking 7 kids, 11 kids. We have some diamonds with 11 children. And so they're like, Lexus does not have anything big enough to fit my family. And so they're not able to partake in that. But now they can get 70% of that stipend as a lifestyle bonus each month. Y'all, that is so cool. You could get like a tricked out van if you wanted to. I mean, whatever. You could put it aside and take like your family on a vacation of a lifetime to Disney World. I mean, whatever you wanted to, that's what that's for. So an Emerald Ambassador is the top 0.15% of the company. So the month you go Emerald, which hopefully is before or on July 31st of whichever year it happens, because that's usually the cutoff for that year's Maui trip or Hawaii trip. Sometimes it's on a different island. July 31st, write that down. You want to reach 1,500 points, which is roughly 300 to 400 people in your organization qualified that month or new with $199 welcome pack because their points would be counting that month. Not only do you get that Lexus or lifestyle bonus stipend, but you get a 3% monthly jewel bonus pool. You get 3% of that jewel pool. So what happens in Plexus is how these pay points, these 1,500 points are worth money, is that Plexus is actually putting 50% of their profits every single month into its ambassadors. 45% of it goes to the pay points. So that's how each of those points is worth money. That's where the residual income comes from. Each of those pay points is usually around $2.50 to $3 a point. So that's where we're getting that income from, mixed in with all the other ways we get paid. But as a jewel ambassador, the top 5% of that 50% is split amongst the qualifying jewels. So we get 3% of that once you go emerald every single month. Y'all, there's not that many jewels in our company. There's, only a handful of hundreds jewels in our company. So that adds a great chunk to your check at that point. The average monthly salary for an Emerald Ambassador is just under $10,000 a month. Y'all, people will work their entire lifetimes and never see that kind of money. My dad has said forever that he's going to die at his desk. And it's true, because he didn't go to college and his company's not going to give him a raise. Even though he's been there forever, he can't own the place. He's gone up as far as he can go, and there are no more raises to be had. People work forever at jobs that don't even touch this, or they go to school for way too long and are in debt up to their eyeballs to look at this kind of income, okay? Average monthly, and I am an Emerald Ambassador, I can tell you that figure is not wrong. Okay, that has been life-changing for our family, coming from nothing 3 years ago with no savings, no anything, to work our way to this point where we've been able to purchase a house and we're able to now fill it and to give freely like we want to. Like, these are legitimate numbers. Average yearly, that means me and my husband as college dropouts and part-time worship leaders are making a six-figure income right now. That's insane. Okay, I'm a dropout music major, so that even goes further than that. The Lord can use anybody, okay? Average yearly for an Emerald Ambassador is just over, or just under $120,000 a year. That's a huge deal. So that's 1,500 points, and so basically your top 3 jewel ranks, Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond, you're going Emerald 3 times. So in order to go Sapphire, you have to go Emerald again. 3,000 points is a Sapphire Ambassador. 0.04% of the company, right? So they're in the top 0.04% of the company. With 3,000 points, roughly that's 600 to probably 800 people qualified in your organization in that given month that you're going to go Sapphire. You get an extra percentage of the jewel pool, so you're not 4% of that monthly bonus pool. And then your stipend increases to $700 a month, which again, if you're taking 70% of that, that would increase to you for your lifestyle bonus. You still get your free trip to Hawaii, of course. Average monthly, though, I want you to look at this. When you're getting higher up in these ranks, it's not just like, oh, it's another couple of $1,000s more. It's like doubling. It's like by the time you have grown your business to this point, the income is exponentially growing. So your average monthly for a Sapphire Ambassador is $20,000 a month. Most people are making that in a year. And the average yearly is $244,000. Y'all, that is just asinine. But think about the things you could do with that. You have to think outside of like, oh my word, we don't need that much money. But like, God is bigger than what you think that you can do with that and what your family needs inside. Like, you can build churches. You can like pay for orphanages. You can host adoptions for your friends and family. Like, it's just crazy the things that you could do with money like this. It's amazing to think about. So Sapphire Ambassador, so exciting. And the pinnacle, dun, 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 Diamond Ambassadors are top rank with Plexus. You would be in the top 0.6% of the company. There are actually more diamonds than there are sapphires, because usually by the time you're on your way to diamond through sapphire, you're moving and grooving pretty good. So at diamond, you have gone emerald again by adding another 1,500 points, and you are at 4,500 points roughly probably 800 to 1,200 people in your organization, depending on how deep your legs are or how wide your organization is with your personal sponsoring. You have $1,000 Lexus stipend, which means you're going to choose from one of 4 black Lexuses, and they're the bigger and nicer ones that are like super sports cars. They're amazing. And you get that extra last percent of the monthly jewel bonus pool. So so all of that 5% chunk, you are able to partake in that when you become a Diamond Ambassador. You are getting your free trip to Hawaii still at the Emerald Extravaganza, but you are also qualified then for an extra trip called the Diamond Destination. Sometimes they do it in a completely different place from the Emerald Extravaganza, but last year they even just added on a few beautiful days, and they're staying at like the Ritz-Carlton or the Four Seasons, like somewhere super luxurious. And added on to the year for them is that Diamond Destination trip. The average monthly income for $6,000 roughly is just under $100 a year. Like, we have we have the youngest Diamond Ambassador on our team at 24 years old, who never went to college, who was a single mama when she started, that reached this in less than, I want to say she reached it in just over 2 years. So anything is possible. People do this in a year, but imagine taking 10 years to get to Diamond. Like, that would be worth it, right? Again, people wish and work their entire lives and never come close to having this kind of income or earning potential in their current jobs. The last rank above this, and we're going to end this, it's 9:30. The last rank above this is Diamond Re-Entry. I never understood how that happened, so I wanted to make sure I covered that tonight. Once you go Diamond, you don't just get to re-enter at that point. They want to ensure that your first Diamond leg is strong enough and is going to continue being a Diamond leg, right? A Diamond team. And so with Plexus, we are one of the only companies that you can actually clone yourself once you get to Diamond Re-Entry level, which again is going Emerald again. So at 6,000 points, you have officially reached Diamond Re-Entry, and you can then sign yourself up right under yourself and do it all again. There are currently 2 double diamonds in our company right now, Celeste Wynn and Jen Hawkins, who Jen Hawkins is Celeste's level, is her sponsor and her first leg. And so both of those ladies have built a diamond team and then built a whole second one underneath themselves. So talk about that income that you're looking at right there, times 2, plus you're getting paid on both of those people. Like, it's kind of nuts. And we've got a couple more diamonds who are Diamond Gold, Diamond Senior Gold. Jessica Heffley, our upline, is Diamond Ruby, I think, right now. And we've got Brooke Hemingway is the Diamond Sapphire. So she is the next one, it looks like, in line to be the 3rd double diamond. So you guys, I just wanted you to have a clear picture of what this rank up roadmap really looks like, of how the possibilities stretch out. How many people does that mean? What does that mean you need to be looking like in your personal sponsoring and going after dream team members that would come alongside you and help you build this kind of business that in the coming years can get you to this pinnacle point of becoming a Diamond Ambassador with our company? It's going to take a lot of personal growth. It's going to take a lot of grit and discipline. Y'all, I'm preaching to the choir because it is going to take me all of those things and more to get from where I am at Emerald to this point too. But it's worth it, and there is nothing like having no glass ceiling above your head and having all of this earning potential while we get to change people's lives and work with people that we love. It truly is the biggest gift that we can give ourselves, our families, and any and everyone we share with, that we know that we are adding tremendous value to their lives. So I hope that you guys enjoyed learning about the ranks, because I know that can help put things into perspective. Really start visualizing what that means for you for next year. We're going to have a goal setting session on Thursday night at 9 o'clock. I hope you will jump on and encourage your team to jump on. I hope you share this video with them so they understand the potential of what they can do with this business if they will plug in and do the things. And I'm just excited to see where 2019 takes us. I love you guys so much. Stop the sharing. And then I'll stop the recording. Why is it going so slow? This is going to be really fun on the playback.